Hello guys, thanks for watching our channel and welcome back. In this video I'm gonna show you how to read electrical wiring diagrams. Without wasting time, let's start. Now here I'm having an electrical wiring diagram for headlight circuit and power window circuit for a 1996 Suzuki Sidekick. Suzuki Sidekick can also be called Suzuki Vitara or Suzuki Escudo in some markets. So the same drawing will work. This drawing, when you look closely, this one is for a 4-door. So whenever you are reading the electrical drawing, you need to select the proper. If it is a 2-door, you select the proper one. Now, another thing we need to understand about electrical wiring diagrams is that they are very easy to understand. For those who don't understand how most electrical circuits are working, I've attached some videos in the description there. You can watch them and understand how most electrical components are working in a car if you really don't understand them, because most of them I've talked them in previous videos. For those who know these things, I think we can start, but I'm going to make this video as easy as possible to everyone, so that we can understand them. To every mechanic, whether you're a beginner, for those who want to do the things themselves at home, this video is for you. Make sure you watch up to the end, because I'm going to explain everything in detail and I give you example. Now let's start without wasting time. Let me explain some of the few things on this drawing. This drawing, I'm going to use it as a reference, but please, you are free to get any drawing for your car. The electrical drawing, you're free to get it. You can get it on the web. You can search on the web for the model and type of your car, but the knowledge is always the same. So let's explain some of the things in this drawing. The first thing is this one. This one is called a fuse. A fuse, here they indicated a window circuit breaker. Of course, a fuse is a circuit breaker. It always breaks when there is high current. Now, what do they mean by hot in on? The word hot in on means that the fuse gets power, or the windows get power, only when the ignition switch is in on position. Some drawing, you see them when they say hot all times. For example, when you look at this headlight circuit, you can see hot at all times. Another one, they put hot in on or start. So the word hot at all time means that this circuit is receiving power all the time, whether the ignition switch is on or off, whether the key is on or off, it is always receiving power. But the one which we are using as an example means hot in on. Another thing we need to get in this drawing is this one. When you find these symbols, they mean that this is a switch. This is a switch. Currently, they assumed it is in up position, but this one is in down position. So those ones are called switches. Another thing here is called a junction connector. A junction connector. So we need to understand what is a junction connector. I will show you when I'm giving an example. Another thing which we need to understand here, this one is called a diode. A diode only allows current to flow in one direction. This one is called a resistor. We all know resistor. It resists the flow of current in a circuit. Another thing we need to understand here, this is a symbol of a motor. So these are all motors. These ones are all junction connectors. These ones are called also motors. These ones, they don't have junction connectors, but they can have, depending on your model. So another thing you need to understand on electrical drawing is that when you are tracing an electrical drawing, we start from here. This component is located at the fuse box. Last time I showed you where the fuse box is located. This one is located in the fuse box. Whenever we are tracing anything, we start from the fuse box. A fuse box can be connected under the dash or under the hood, depending on your model of the car. You can check that one. Another thing we need to be careful with is the color of the wires. Now this wire is connected to the fuse. In most drawing, they will put for you the fuse rating. Here they have not indicated it, but in most drawing, this one is a 20 amps, but in most drawing it will be indicated. Another thing is the color. This one is blue/white. It means is a blue wire with a white strip. So let's be careful with that one. If it is a plain color, it will be indicated with this. Here you can see this is red, this is yellow, this is blue or white. So when you are tracing a cable, another thing we need to point is that whenever you find a dot, it means these wires are connected. If these wires are cutting through like this, it means these wires are not connected, this one. But this one, it is connected because there is a dot. Yeah, that one you should be careful of. Another thing we need to understand is this one. This one means this is ground. So they are indicating to you the point of the ground. So that one you also need to be careful with it. Another thing you need to understand on this drawing is that when we are tracing the drawing, this drawing helps us to troubleshoot the electrical problems and everything. So here we can start from here. You trace this cable. When you trace this cable, it comes at this junction point, delivers some power to here. The reason why they always put junctions like this, we read before, is that the whole system of a car needs to have 12 volts. How can we achieve that? Is through connecting all the loads in parallel. Whenever I connect all the loads in parallel, they will always have the same voltage but different current. So when we put a junction point here and we all ground everything here, we are achieving 12 volts on both sides. That is electricity. So this one is delivering up to here. When it delivers up to here, this one is called a power window main switch. It is connected always on the driver's door. So all these things are in that power window main switch. You can connect, see that when this one comes, it also shares power with this one. When it shares power, this power will be allowed to flow only in one direction and also limited by a resistor. All these components are located in the what? In the main switch. And also from here, it comes here. There is a ground here because the whole system is grounding at one point. So this one comes after coming from here. This one is coming from this side. All of this one is called we called it a junction connector. So you can inject this junction connector. Then after from here, once we put the lock on, lock off. Lock on, lock off means that the whole system is being grounded at one point. One thing we need to note on most of the cars is that the power window main circuit is grounded with one wire. That is the only way you can achieve the lock. The lock off means that you have connected the ground. The lock on means that the ground is cut off, so the whole system cannot ground. The only thing which can work at this point is only the driver's what? The driver's only the driver. The driver, actually this one is a left window, so it's only the driver's system which works. And that one you can see it on your car. When you put the lock, only your window as a driver is the one which is working. All others stop working because they are grounded at one point. We can understand that one by looking through the drawing. Another thing we can give as an example that all these systems which are kept in boxes, example, all these are switches. All these are switches. The switches which are individual and they are located on the individual doors. So another thing you can understand is that this one is sub switch. It means this is the system for the driver also to control the front power window from his side, but also they can also get from individual power. Once you trace these cables properly, you understand how everything moves and how you can troubleshoot. So we're going to get one simple example to understand how these things works. For example, we are going to use a left rear power window as an example. Understand this drawing better. For any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer all of you. Now we go on our drawing to find out where is the left rear power window main sub switch. It is this one. It is the one connected on the left window. Power is supplied by a blue or white. It comes straight from here, the junction connector. Remember, junction connector is getting from here, from the fuse. It comes, some power goes to the junction connector, then from the junction connector power comes to the left rear window through blue or white, still the same color. Now when power comes, if you want to move the motor up, you see this switch here. Now it is in off position. Once you put it up means the power will flow from the blue or white. It will come to this cable. This cable can be any color. In our example, we shall see we have yellow and red, but here they are giving you a chance for any color. So now power will come like this, coming. It flows through the motor in this direction. So when power flows in this direction, the motor will move up. Now after from this direction, it will come, then it will be grounded. Remember, this switch can either be on or off. You can't press them at one time. So once you press this up, this one will remain in an off position. When it is in off position, it will be the grounding point for the motor. So power will flow like this. It will move to go up back to the center power. So from center power, it will move back up to here, the junction connector. Now from the junction connector, it will move up to this point. So in this point, it will be going with the brown or black. Brown or black is the one coming from the junction connector. So from here, it will come when it finds that the lock is on, and it is the circuit here will break off. But if the lock is off, that means the circuit will complete. It will come to be grounded. So the window will move up. The same thing will happen if you move it down. It will come. Now look here. The motor will reverse direction because the power entering the motor has been reversed. So in this way, it will follow the same path up to here. It will follow the same path. So you can see that the wiring diagrams are very, very easy to read as long as you grasp these colors. Now let's look physically at our connector. And you see these cables. Let me change the camera and we look at our connector on the rear door. Now let's look at this switch for the left rear window. Now when we remove this switch, it is our switch. The car is off, of course. Now when you look at this connector, this is our connector. You can remove it from here and you can fix it back. Now when you look at these cables, I hope everyone is watching very well. Yeah, this is a Suzuki Sidekick. They are very old cars. So this one is a junction connector, the one we saw last time. When we see on our drawing, this is then the drawing. Let's look at our power window circuit. These are called the junction connectors, these ones here. But on our rear, we are looking at this left rear. On our drawing, it is not there, but on the actual wiring, it is there. It's because that is a small deviation, but it has no problem. That's why it's here. What matters most are the colors. Now when you look closely, it shows that when you look on our drawing, they are giving us two options for the color. You can choose any color we want. For the motor here, on our actual, we have this one is yellow and this one is red. These are the wires for the motor. Another thing, when we look at our drawing, this is the left rear. This here we have green, black, red, black. These two are for the motor. We can see them going down. We have these ones we chose, red and yellow, green and black, red, black, blue and white. Now on our actual here we have blue. This is the main power, blue. The small alteration here, there's red, green and black, and also there's green and black, there's red and black, and also there is red and yellow. So all of these ones, when you see them physically here, you can see them also on the drawing there. You can see them on the drawing there. Another thing we should be very careful of is that most of these ones, the up and down, the down and off, up and off, this one should match these ones. That's why in most cases it's not very good to change spare parts. When you get a like this switch for a Toyota Spacio and put it on a Suzuki Sidekick or Vitara, it might not work because it might not have been designed on the same system. So let's be careful on that when we're changing spares. We need to also look through the drawings. Hope everything is clear. Hope the drawing is clear. Hope I've demonstrated very well to everyone. And in case you have any question, please feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Ensure you share this video, everyone, with your friends who need this video. Thank you so much.